there's some local stuff going on, too, and some political things we'll get into here this morning. Maybe a little political dirt being swirled around. One candidate used a couple of New York State senators in a mailer. I had a chance to see the mailer yesterday, and the first thing I thought was, oops, I'm not sure how this is being done, because I don't know that these candidates are would be okay with being on the mailer.
Well, we've had something similar like that happen, I believe, in a Utica race, a local race, where another politician was used in somebody's
And I'm going to check.
mailer.
I might have. I think I brought the mailer with me, so I'll get into it. But it was a Reform Party mailer. I'm not sure if it came from the candidate or if it came from the Reform Party. And one includes a picture of Joe Griffo that looks like it was when Joe was mayor of Rome.
Oh boy!
Because it seems like it's an oldie goldie. There's also some stuff out on Claudia Tenney. We'll get into that a little bit later on. And this is the part where the last slinging of mud occurs.
The desperate.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
OD is front page, front and center, above the fold on the DA battle between Daley and Carpenter, and it all continues to move forward.
I'm sorry I missed the opening there. Not feeling that great today. I have the statement here from the joint statement. Did we get into that already?
I was just getting into it now. And while you get into that, I'm gonna see if I brought the mailer. I tried to bring it with me.
Okay.
But I walked out of the house not sure.
All right.
So go.
This is the joint statement from Senator Fred Akshar, Senator Joseph Griffo, and Senator Jim Seward. It's unfortunate and disheartening that a misleading mailer using our likenesses has been circulating in our communities concerning the NY 22nd congressional race. We want to emphasize that we had no prior knowledge of this piece and gave no prior consent or approval to use our names or images in such material. The first we learned about this mailer was from our constituents and the news media. We want to disavow this kind of campaign tactic and method. We have not been actively involved with any candidate or campaign in this race, including Mr. Babinec. Our focus remains on races in the New York State Senate. We are committed to maintaining the political and geographic balance of power in our state. While we cannot prevent a candidate from calling attention to a certain ballot line, we can ask that they do not misrepresent reality.
So for us, of course, Griffo would be the one to keep your eye on, and I don't think he's come out in this race because it's kind of a sticky situation. You have a local sitting assemblywoman that is running.
Who's a Republican.
Who is a Republican, yeah. And then you have Martin Babinec, who certainly is appealing to many Republicans in the area. And I think it just puts him in a very big, difficult position. So I kind of knew this. I spoke with Griffo on Friday and asked him if he had chosen the candidate that he was going to be supporting. And I believe what Griffo told me was he was staying out of it. On Monday morning, I had arrived at our new home, the new place that we have purchased, and there was a mailer there that was addressed to the person that used to live at the house, and it was a political mailer, and there it was, Senator Griffo and Martin Babinec, and they were basically picture in picture, arm in arm, if you will, shoulder to shoulder, and I'm like, oops, I'm not sure they got permission for that. And sure enough, I don't have it with me. I left it home. Here's a little
bit of a look at it.
That is the
from our sister station in Binghamton.
Yeah,
that's part of it.
That's not the Griffo one, but it is the same thing. Does it mention the Reform Party?
Yeah, Reform government in Washington and Albany.
So Griffo must be on the Reform line as well. And so I'm not. Does it say who?
Fred
paid
Akshar.
For it? Does it say who paid for it?
It is paid for by the campaign. This is according
What
to
campaign?
This is according to Bob Joseph of WNBF that Martin Babinec's campaign paid for the mailing.
Okay, well, I hadn't seen that up to that point. But that's a biggie. And, it's very interesting because the people that are working on, many of the people that are working on Babinec's campaign are people that generally work on maybe local campaigns here, Republican campaigns. So these are not people that are enemies of any of, for instance, Griffo. That would be coming from the friendly side. So I find that to be very interesting, too, that would be put out without permission. So that's a little bit of an explosion. There's another mailer going out right now that is not going to it's really being distributed through email. And it's tackling an issue that we had gone after. And there's also a TV commercial out there as well. It's going after an issue that we went after. And I really believe we're the ones that we really uncovered this whole story and got the truth on the radio. But they give us some credit when they put out the references here. But it is the issue of the 480 votes that were missed by Claudia Tenney. And if you remember, the Assemblywoman was saying, it's my mother. I was caring for my dying mother. Well, this mailer and a supporting TV commercial going around basically takes each step, and it quotes everybody. We're in there, WBNG is in there, the OD, and the list goes on. From interviews, from locations where she was, right down to the time when her mom died. And it's completely what we talked about. That there was no, that she couldn't have been caring for her dying mother because she was campaigning on those days.
You mean what we were attempting to talk to her about?
Well, you're right. You're right. But we had the proof. I mean, we had the proof. But now this stuff coming out, everything is referenced. Each moment, each day, each issue is all referenced in public appearances. And the other issue is an email that is being circulated that talks about the 480 missed emails, or missed votes, and this is almost like a WikiLeaks thing, and I'll tell you about that when we come back because it's also very, very interesting and very revealing.